Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your fun-loving animated talk. Alright, looks like I'm having some internal issues here, so I don't know exactly what's causing that, because it said that the connection was good. And okay, here we go. Now it's cropping back up saying the connection's good, so I will go ahead and continue where I left off. Before I was so rudely interrupted, I was stating how I was going to go over my last week's football picks and pick games for this week. And bear with me 1 second here, and I will show you all my screen. So, how about you guys? How did you do last week with your football picks? Or how did your fantasy football team do? Let me know in the comment section below if you're so inclined. Belt. Week 1 is always important, at least in my opinion it is, and so I was glad to see them get that win. A couple of games surprised me. I was a little surprised by Jacksonville taking care of Indianapolis, but to be honest, I'd kind of forgotten that Phillip Rivers is the Colts quarterback, and I know how interception prone he is, so in all reality, that shouldn't have surprised me, but you know, it is what it is, and I was surprised the Packers were able to lay such a whooping on the Vikings, but man, they did. I figured that game would be a lot closer than what the score at some points in the game really reflected. It's kind of bummed that the Cowboys didn't beat the Rams. I'm not a Cowboys homer by any stretch of the imagination, but it was, that was a pretty close game. So really, really happy to see the Cardinals win, too, on the road in San Francisco. Depending on how the Cardinals do the rest of the season, that could really, really end up being just a huge win down the road. I mean, at least they have a game in hand against an NFC West foe, so that's always a nice thing. Now, as you guys can see on the left side of my screen here, I've already taken the liberty of doing my picks for this week. So let's kind of get into talking about those. This is tonight's game right here, Cleveland and Cincinnati, and I will take Cleveland for the win in this. I know the Browns, they kind of got their ass whooped last weekend, but hopefully they can pull it back together against the rookie quarterback-led Cincinnati Bengals. So Battle 1 of Ohio, I say, will go to Cleveland. The Bears, man, that's a team that really surprised me last Sunday. I'm telling you guys, I really thought for sure that they would lose, and they didn't. So congratulations to Adam if he's watching. Your Bears and Mitchell Trubisky even pulled it out, man. So congrats on that. So I'll take the Bears at home this weekend against the New York Giants. Atlanta at Dallas. I'm going to go ahead and pick Dallas. Just because, Dallas is at home. Maybe some home cooking is exactly what they needed. And the Falcons, I don't know. They were just really weird last year. And until they kind of get hot, I don't know how much I'm going to trust them. Especially against an NFC East foe. Because, Dallas, I mean, they probably want to make the playoffs, so they need to get to Macon and start winning games and not try to wait till the end to try to lump all the wins till the end of the season. See, next game here is Detroit at Green Bay, and I'm taking Green Bay, obviously, and I've seen Green Bay pull snatch victory out of the jaws of defeat against Detroit, with these damn Hail Mary passes, and it's like nobody does them better than Aaron Rodgers. But I don't think that this game is going to come down to a Hail Mary pass. I think the Packers will just win outright. Jacksonville at Tennessee. I don't know if I'm a believer in Gardner Minshew or not, but they did go into Indianapolis and win, so I think they can go to Tennessee and win as well, because the reality is I believe Tennessee just kind of barely scraped past Denver, so this is another one of those same division matchups, so I'll take Jacksonville over Tennessee. Minnesota at Indianapolis. Minnesota was able to put a lot of points on the board last weekend, and I don't really see that being any different this week. We'll see, but Indianapolis, Phillip Rivers, I'm just not sure I trust Phillip Rivers not to throw a pick six or just a bad interception that ends up costing them the game. So I'll take Minnesota on the road at Indianapolis. Buffalo at Miami. This, another AFC East matchup. But I just like Buffalo. I think they're going to be too much for Miami, and I'll take Buffalo on the road at Miami. San Francisco at the New York Jets. I think the 49ers will rebound after a week 1 loss at home, and I think they will beat the New York Jets on the road in New York. Los Angeles at Philadelphia. I said, last week, and I'd picked Washington over Philadelphia, and it turns out that I was right about that. And I just don't know how much I trust Philadelphia right now either. So as much as I'm not, a Rams fan by any stretch of the imagination, I will go ahead and just take the Los Angeles Rams on the road against Philadelphia. Denver at Pittsburgh. I will take the home team, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I just don't know, who the Broncos are this year. I know they weren't all that great last year, and I don't know how good they're going to be this year, but I just don't see them going on the road to this opponent and winning. So, could be surprised, but I doubt it. I'll take Pittsburgh to defeat Denver. Carolina at Tampa Bay. I don't know if Brady's going to have a bad game 2 weeks in a row. So I will take Tampa Bay at home against the Carolina Panthers. Washington and Arizona, this is absolutely a homer pick, although I believe in Kyler Murray, and I think when Arizona is right, they can beat anybody, anywhere. But it just so happens that Washington actually may be a little better football team than anybody thought. So this may be a nip and tuck battle, but I will take the Arizona Cardinals at home against the Washington football team formerly known as the Redskins. Kansas City at Los Angeles. Obviously, I'm going to take Kansas City to go on the road and defeat the Los Angeles football team formerly known as the San Diego Chargers. Baltimore at Houston. I'll take Baltimore. I don't know if Houston's ready to slow down. Baltimore and their great young quarterback, so we'll see if they can game plan for him or not, but I'll take Baltimore on the road at Houston. New England at Seattle. Oh boy, this is always good. Pete Carroll against a team he once coached, and I will actually take Seattle at home against New England. I don't think this is, that big of a stretch. It'll probably come down to something late, maybe a late field goal or a touchdown. I think the game will probably be pretty close, but I'll take Seattle to win at home against New England. And then, of course, on Monday, this may be hyperbole or this may just me being a homer, but I am taking my Las Vegas Raiders to beat the New Orleans Saints at home on Monday Night Football. So the first ever game in their brand new stadium in Vegas, and the Raiders need that win for many reasons, but it would be very, very cool and nice to see the Raiders beat the New Orleans Saints. So you guys let me know if you agree or disagree with my picks in the comment section below. I wanted to talk about a story that I'd recently seen, and it's kind of an older story, but it was about a Bernie Sanders. Let's see, here it is right here. Bernie's campaign co-chair says voting for Biden is like eating a bowl of shit. Oh my God, man. That is so hardcore. And just so you guys, just so I can show this to you and you know that I'm not lying, give me 1 second and I'll show you it on my screen. This is so funny, man. Some of the stuff that that politics, what happens in politics, man, it's just some of the stuff that people say and some of the stuff they do is just crazy to me. So right here, you can see it for yourself. Bernie's campaign co-chair says voting for Biden is like eating a bowl of shit. Oh, so funny. So you see, this was a while ago, July 27th. Former 2020 Democratic presidential candidate Senator Bernie Sanders' campaign co-chair Nina Turner on Monday compared voting for 2020 presidential nominee Joe Biden to eating a bowl of shit. In an Atlantic piece titled "Don't Count Trump Out," Turner was asked about voting for Biden, to which she said, "It's like saying to somebody, you have a bowl of shit in front of you. All you've got to do is eat half of it instead of the whole thing. It's still shit." Oh my God, man. That is just fantastic. Too freaking funny, man. And I also wanted to say, there's Adam commenting Saints by 70. No, I don't think so. I think the game will be closer to that. Even if the Raiders lose, it won't be lopsided like that. I don't know how many of you are still playing Madden out there or not, but there was a story that Colin Kaepernick is included. Yeah, here it is. I just wanted to say that I think it's weird that EA Sports included Colin Kaepernick in Madden NFL 21, even though he doesn't play in the NFL. But I mean, on the cash flow front, Colin Kaepernick did win his collusion case against the NFL, and still remains rich. So whether he should be in the game or not, it kind of doesn't matter. But it's kind of weird to me to see games kind of virtue signaling or what have you. But who knows? Maybe they did a poll and people said that's what they wanted, so that's what they gave them. But it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but it's still pretty damn hysterical. Before I go, I just want to say thank you to everyone for joining me this week. Please make sure to leave a comment below and a like or a dislike, because it actually helps the channel and may help other people watch these videos, and I would really, really appreciate that. Got to say that I'm very, very happy that the Raiders won again. I also want to remind everyone to make sure that they're registered to vote and to vote in the upcoming general election. Please, 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 if you are a legal voter of age, please make sure you register and vote. Please take part in our democracy. Be sure to tune in again next Thursday, September 24th, 2020. At 1:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time or 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll just keep this thing going. I don't know if I can go 12-4 again in my picks, but that would be a nice thought to do, to be at least 12-4 in my picks for this week. As long as the Raiders and Cardinals keep winning, I'll be pretty tickled pink. But in the meantime, I hope you guys have a great week until I talk to you again, and be good to yourselves and each other, and I'll talk to you soon. God bless.